Kristen Michal tells me his country is facing constant and increasing cyber attacks from Russia, which is just a few hundred kilometers away over the border. The Prime Minister told me earlier this week the war in Ukraine is ongoing at so many levels here, and that Russia is not just focused on the battlefield. In particular, the significance. The country borders Russia, and before its independence was, of course, one of the smallest countries as part of the Soviet Union. And this week, a NATO jet shot down a Ukrainian drone over the country's territory. Ukraine says Russia had taken control of the vehicle and steered it. The Prime Minister and I also discussed the recent election of Peter Magyar in Hungary. He says he's very glad Hungary is moving in a new direction. Kristen Michal says while the threat from Russia is increasing, this, for Estonia, is not new.
Since 2007, Estonia has been under constant cyber attacks, and we have very robust cyber capabilities in private sector, public sector working together. But the attacks from Russian side, from the state players, criminal players have increased, not decreased, and also the sophistication has gone up. So it doesn't ask the kilometers. You can be in the States also at the same time, and they're looking at your data in pharmacy, who are your friends, what's happening in your account. So the war is ongoing on so many layers.
Is there a new reality amongst European leaders, particularly, say, for example, at the EU Council, that Europe, you all say the same thing, that yes, Europe has to shoulder more of the burden, Europe has to do this, but it's sort of, you're still all hoping that Daddy's going to be there to rescue Europe in the end. Has reality arrived that the US might not be there?
The investments in defense, what we're doing it for ourselves, for Estonia, for Baltics, for Nordics, for NATO, for everybody in this alliance. So we understand what needs to be done, and I would say that most of European countries also message the same message, that increasing defense expenditure, also ramping up defense industry, it's a must. And if the years go by, we have already Finland, Sweden in the NATO, which was Putin's biggest miscalculation. So I would say that Europe goes each year, each month, each quarter on as a stronger alliance.
And Europe is prepared to pay the bills?
There's no other way, because if you want security, you must pay the bills.
Well, related to that, how relieved were you when Viktor Orban lost in Hungary? And that one of the big, and I'm not, this is not a political question about his politics, it's a geostrategic question about the fact he was the principal thorn and obstacle to EU assistance for Ukraine. You must have been glad he's gone.
I'm very glad, because I respect the will of Hungarian people in the elections, and Peter Magyar probably is a good leader, hopefully, and he has different path than Viktor Orban. But Viktor Orban was doing that no one else did in European history, that European Council had a decision to help Ukraine with 90 billion euros, which is a lot. But after taking the decision and opting himself out of it, he started to block it. So that was something new that has never happened in Europe before, and hopefully it won't happen again.
To those who say you're all paranoid, Putin does not want to take over the Baltic states. You know, that was then, now we're now. You're all paranoid. What would you say?
Does it look like we are paranoid in Ukraine? Just one visit to Ukraine shows that what is happening, because Putin's main message is that breaking up the Soviet Union, that was the biggest catastrophe for him and his generation in Russia, and also personal insult to him. And it's not only a question about territory, it's a question of sovereignty with Ukraine. And we are sitting in a room, we have heating, we have electricity, we have running water. And right now, at the same time as we are here, Russia is bombing heating, electricity, running water in Ukraine. These are not military objects. This is not military campaign. This is the message. You are a failed state. Please hand it over. So If somebody thinks we are paranoid, please, a visit to Ukraine will cure it.